Hey boot campers, Coach Jaden here. I'm here with Coach Brent. Today we have your Memorial Day weekend workout. So happy Monday, everyone. And also a great time to introduce Coach Brent to the Egan's Boot Camp crew. All right, so we're gonna take you guys through your Slow Burn Monday. I will be the voice in your ear. Right to the side of this camera, Coach Brent will be on screen with you guys. And let's take a nice big deep breath in, arms all the way up. You go ahead and exhale down. One more time for me, big deep breath in, arms all the way up. And go ahead and exhale down. Brent's gonna drop down. He's gonna go ahead and take his right foot to the outside of the right hand. From there, he's gonna thread his right arm underneath him, turn, twist, reach the hand up to the sky, and we're on for a full minute, and let's go. All right, so I have the timer active for you guys. Just go ahead and take your time. This is a great exercise to open up the thoracic spine, especially for those of you guys that have been sitting for quite a long time. This is a great exercise to get your body moving and get it nice and loosened up for today's slow burn. All right, now equipment that you are going to be needing for this will be weights, so make sure you guys have your weights on deck with you for today. Otherwise, you're just going to need a little bit of space, your body, and the right mindset to get through today's Monday workout. All right, and as we keep going through this, again, just remember, okay, 1 rep at a time. Okay, take your time for today's slow burn, 20 more seconds, and we're looking for quality over quantity today. All right, there's not a lot of cardio for today's slow burn, so make sure you guys take your time and give me quality form. All right, in about 10 seconds, all you're gonna do is you're gonna switch over to the opposite side, do the same thing on the other leg. In 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So Coach Brent's gonna take the other foot forward, and he's gonna go ahead and continue with the big hill climber into that T-spine twist, just like so. Now, following this exercise, he's then gonna go ahead and split his stance into a Cossack squat coming up, right? And we all know and love that Cossack stretch. Opens up the hamstrings, opens up the hips, really helps to work with the ankle mobility as well too. Good 40 more seconds here. Nicely done, everybody. So yeah, everyone, this is Coach Brent. Right here, he is officially on the Egan's Boot Camp team. Of course, by the time you guys are seeing this, he would have been with us for about a month by now. But yeah, keep that moving, 20 more seconds. How's the experience been so far?
It's been good.
It's been great?
It's been awesome. It's been easy transition.
Nice, perfect, man. So yeah, if you guys ever see Coach Brent in the gym, please don't be afraid to go ahead and say hi to him. All right, in about 5 more seconds, we're gonna go ahead and split our stance into the Cossack squat next in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So widen that stance, take your hands down to the floor. Now all you're gonna do is just shift your hips from side to side here. And notice how Coach Brent tries to keep his heel down on the floor. Again, just go ahead and sit from one side to the next. You can spend as much or as little time on each side as you please, right? So this is gonna be totally up to you. If you want to keep up with Coach Brent's pace, that's perfectly fine. If not, feel free to go ahead and slow it down. All right, so again, keep those hips nice and low. Shift from side to side. We're gonna go 30 more seconds here, everybody. Beautifully done. Again, make sure that you have your weights on hand, but we will be getting to those weights very soon after our warm-up. 20 more seconds here. From there, Coach Brent's gonna go ahead and walk his feet in together. He's gonna go squat hold into a plank walk out and then back into a squat hold. So now we're gonna kind of introduce a little bit of the upper body. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, walk those feet closer together, sit in the deep squat, and then take your hands, walk yourself out into the plank. Hold the plank for about 3 seconds. Then when you're ready, go ahead, walk yourself back in, sit deep into that squat here, and when you're ready, go ahead and walk yourself back out. There we go, nice and slow. Utilize the upper body here. Keep your toes planted where they're at. Again, ideally, you should have your feet in the position that you want to squat into. All right, so notice how Coach Brent has his feet right where he's at, because when he walks back, easily he goes ahead and sits right into that deep squat. Okay? All right, keep that moving for another 20 more seconds for me here. And then we're gonna finish off with your final exercise, which is gonna be your squat to toes. All right, swing those arms back, put those hands up right up above the head. All right, 10 more seconds here. Everyone at home, you guys should be feeling nice and warm right about now. Body should be loosening up. All right, so from there, go ahead, take one more walk out, walk it back in, and the next walk back in. Let's go squat to toes, and here we go. Send those hands back, deep squat, and pop it right up to the toes, getting nice and vertical here. There we go. Again, try to sit as deep into that squat as you can. Let's go ahead and loosen up those knees, get those quads working as well too. Start to pump some blood into the muscles here. There we go. Just go ahead and work through through this. All right, let's go for about another 40 more seconds in your squat to toes. And after this, we'll go ahead and we will jog it out. And then we'll get into our cardio set next. All right, perfectly done. 25 more seconds to be exact here, gang. Nicely done in those squat to toes. We'll keep that chest up, eyes looking straight forward. Push through the middle of those feet as you stand up to the top. All right, last 15 seconds here, gang. Way to go, Brent. And after this, we'll go ahead and just jog it out in place. All right. Good. Last 5 seconds here. Getting about 1 to 2 more squats where you can. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. So just go ahead and jog that in place here. Nice work, everybody. Here we go, gang. We have made it to the cardio section, and then this will take us into our first set for slow burn. So 2 exercises that we're doing today. Number 1, jumping jacks, all right? So hands come up above the head. Level 1, if you need to walk it out, you can also walk out 1 foot at a time. Exercise number 2 is gonna be mountain climbers. So Coach Brent's gonna drop down to the plank position. From there, he's gonna go ahead and run those knees to the chest, all right? So here we go, we got those 2 exercises today. We're gonna get through 3 rounds total, all right? Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. For 20 seconds of your jacks, just take your time and go ahead and pace yourself here. Again, the goal here is just to get some blood pumping through the body here, start to increase that heart rate. Just make sure that we are extra prepared for today's Monday slow burn. Good, in 5 seconds, Coach Brent's gonna get down to the floor. He'll give you a side view for this one. And here we go, mountain climbers, and let's get down into that plank position. Go ahead and nicely run those knees to the chest. Push those hands down hard into the floor. Shoulders stay right above those wrists here. 10 more seconds. Perfect job on those mountain climbers. Again, treat it like a regular plank, right? This is still a plank at its core. 3, 2, 1. Give me those jumping jacks, round 2. And here we go, right back up to the top. So if you want to, right, you can go ahead and just gradually increase the speed here. We're not necessarily looking to gas ourselves out, but I do want you guys moving at a consistent pace here. All right, 5 more seconds in those jacks. And we're gonna go ahead and take it into the mountain climbers. And here we go, drop it down, and let's go mountain climbers again. After this, everybody has 1 more round at home. Try to keep up that pace with Coach Brent. If not, you're moving even faster than what he is as well too. All right, 5 more seconds, gang. We'll go ahead and take it up to the top 1 more time for the jumping jacks. 3, 2, and here we go. 1 more time for Coach Brent. He has those jumping jacks. Get those hands up above the head, hop those feet in and out, and you can fall along with the pace that he's at. Of course, level 1, you can go ahead and walk it out if you need to. 10 more seconds here. That's it, keep that going. Last 5, and then you're gonna bring it down to the floor for the mountain climbers 1 more time. And here we go, back down, there's your cue. Shoulders right above the wrists, and body should be feeling a little bit hot here. We're gonna get a little bit of a sweat going, right? Heart rate has been elevated just slightly. All right, and of course, right about now, we should be feeling ready to attack today's workout. 3, 2, 1, and time. You can stand it up and go ahead and jog it out in place. Great job, everybody. All right, here we go, boot campers. So this is gonna be your first set for today's slow burn workout. And yes, this isn't Brent, now it's Coach Janine. All right, so we're just gonna be filtering people in and out here for today's workout, but you have Coach Janine for the body of today's workout. You're gonna be needing your weights. Let's demo what we're gonna be doing for this first set. 1 minute on, all right, of each exercise. We're gonna start off with a halo, all right? So you're gonna go into a single leg hold or flamingo hold. Coach Janine's gonna take that single weight, she's gonna bring it around the back of her head, back to center, and then she's gonna alternate the direction of which she turns that weight around. You're gonna do that for both the right and the left side. And then from there, you're gonna go ahead and grab both weights. Starting on the right side again, you're gonna go single leg deadlift, kicking the left leg back. Give me a row at the bottom. And then you're gonna reverse it on the way back up and then repeat on that same side, all right? So a little bit of balance to begin today's Slow Burn Monday. Let's start with 1 weight. Coach Janine is gonna start on the right leg.
Yeah.
Holding on the right leg, left leg up, all right? Here we go, 1 minute, 3, 2, 1, and your time starts now. Here we go. So just take that weight very slow around your head and look at how far back Coach Janine gets that weight behind her head. Okay? She's not above her head, she's around her face. And at the same time too, she drives that left leg up. She's thinking about keeping her right foot as balanced and secured into that ground as best as she can. All right, so let's go ahead and continue to work this right here. And right about now, you guys are halfway through the round. So take your time. Ideally, the best way to go about this as well too is to take your eyes and lock onto one thing, stare at something in front of you. All right, what are you looking at right now?
Myself.
Yourself? So Janine's looking at herself right now in the reflection of the camera. If you guys can look at, maybe it's a painting on the wall that you have in your household, a light switch. Maybe you're looking at the little camera on your phone or on your computer as you do this workout. Try to stare at one thing. It's definitely going to help you to stabilize that body as best as you can. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect. Okay, 10 seconds of rest. All we're going to do is we're just going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Shake those legs out. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. We got another minute. Now on the opposite leg, and then just continue to alternate the halos that go around your head. Okay. So we actually do, on the day that we filmed this, at least for me, we're in Honolulu right now. I taught this morning, and we did the same exact exercise, but on the blue balance pads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and instead of using the weights, we use the handlebar. So, if you guys are doing this workout right now, you guys see that this is quite familiar. Well, you've probably done it before, except just on the blue balance pads instead, all right? Less than 30 seconds to go. Great job, Coach Janine. Keeping her balance, keeping her eyes locked into one spot here. There we go. Now, if you guys feel like you are a little bit off balance, right? Maybe you start to kind of sway side to side. Try to save yourself first before ultimately pulling the foot down. Okay, yeah. So if you maybe tip to one side, try to fix that before putting the foot down like that. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. Way to go. All right. Grab both weights now. You're gonna hit your single leg deadlift on the right hand side with the row at the bottom and go. So Coach Janine kicks the left leg back, rows, and then she reverses herself on the way up. So as she hits the airplane, hamstrings, glutes, low back are engaged. Then she gets the upper back by performing that row here. Now this is textbook, you guys, right here. Look at that. Flat position from the foot to the back of her head. The row is great as she glides those arms next to the side of her body. And notice how the right knee has a very soft bend, right? So she's not completely locking out her leg. There is a soft bend in that right knee. Nice, Janine. And then she reverses herself on the way back up. Okay, 20 more seconds. You've seen on a couple of reps where Coach Janine actually doesn't put the left foot down. She's staying on this right foot the entire time as she transitions from one rep to the next. 10 more seconds. Ooh, this is killer, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I should do this in class more often, for sure. I like this. And time. Nice job. It makes those light weights feel way more difficult.
I actually feel like my foot.
Yeah. Where do you feel it right now?
Like my shin and my calf are on fire.
And go. Let's get started.
And somewhere over here, the ground is uneven.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, even more so now. Yeah, there are some,
Bumps.
a couple dead spots here and
Yeah.
there. There we go. Yeah, let us know if you guys are coming in person into the gym. How do you like the new layout of the gym downstairs? I definitely enjoy it. There's way more space now. And it's only going to get better as we bring the rig down and everything else like that, which that should be a project within itself. But yeah, hopefully you guys, of course at this point in time, hopefully you guys are all excited about the new gym that is being built upstairs. We definitely are. 20 more seconds, just new toys for us to play around with, right? So hopefully we will see you guys working out consistently up there, as well as boot camp as well too, right? Remember, boot camp's the core of all this here. All right, less than 10 seconds, Coach Janine will get it. Just a couple more reps here. Maybe just one more rep. One perfect rep.
The muscles starting to fatigue.
And time, nice job. All right, go ahead and jog it out for me. Way to go, finishing off that first set. Here we go, boot campers. Set number 2. We're still gonna be running 1-minute rounds, all right? So for this first exercise, actually for the next of these exercises, you're just gonna be needing one weight. Coach Janine is gonna start with a single leg calf raise on the right-hand side, but thing is though, she's gonna take the weight above her head and she's gonna lock out those arms, right? So very slow, take your time to press the heel up and off the ground. We're probably gonna see a lot of that, all right? Now to break that up, in between the right and the left side, you're gonna go into a right side lunge with a horizontal chest press. All right, so Coach is gonna side lunge and press at the same time. So we have a good amount of shoulder work and of course still working the single leg balance. All right, so take the weight up above your head, single leg calf raise. We got a minute and go. Time starts now. There we go. So if you need a little bit of assistance, take your left foot. You can hover it down a little bit lower to the ground. Yeah. So if you just need to lightly, maybe like just keep your big toe on the floor too while you do this. You can do that as well. It might help you out. And just take your time as you push your toes down to the floor. Lift your heel off the ground. You have to think about 2 things, or maybe 3 things, right? 1, the balance. 2, the calf raise, and then 3, the dumbbell up above your head. Because ideally, I want you guys to try to lock out those arms here. All right, 30 more seconds, halfway there, Janine.
30 more seconds?
Yeah, wow, you really picked a great exercise here.
Yeah.
So, self-inflicted wound.
It's like burning.
Oh yeah, I bet. Jeez. All right.
That's a great idea.
This is a perfect idea. All right, 10 more seconds, everybody. Try to stay as vertical as you can. Okay, reach those hands up to the ceiling. Last 5 seconds here. Good work, Jeannie. You're almost there. And time. All right, nice long rest here. All right, we're gonna stay on the right side, and she's gonna take a right side step into her side lunge, and then she's gonna press out horizontally from the chest into a chest press. All right, a standing chest press. And go. Lateral lunge and chest press. There we go. But notice how Coach Jean really kicks her hips back. Right? She pushes her butt back, and she commits all her weight into that right leg. And that dumbbell almost acts as like a counterbalance, right? So as her weight shifts back, the weight's also pressed out in front, and you should feel nice and balanced from front to back here. All right? So try to utilize those quads as best as you can. This almost emulates the Cossack squat that Coach Brent was doing in your guys' warm-up. So this is perfect. We're kind of bringing things back around. Okay? Less than 30 seconds. Great job. And you do not need to sprint this exercise. I feel like the pace that Coach G is going at right now is more than enough. Okay? And every single time that you sit into that side lunge, just try to sit in a little bit deeper if you can. All right, 10 more seconds. Really try to fight and work that ankle mobility here. Open up those hips. 3, 2, 1, and you can rest. All right, we're gonna do the same exact thing on the opposite side. If you have to drop the weights a little bit to shake up the arms, please do. Now we switch to the left-hand side here in 5 seconds. All right, so take that dumbbell above the head. And, and now. And now we go.
Okay.
And we're on. So now we're on the left side here. We're gonna do the same exact 2 exercises that we just did. Lift that heel up and off the floor. Reach those hands up to the ceiling. Go ahead and lock out those elbows. Keep it right up above you. Push those toes into the floor here. Oof, this exercise is gonna get a lot of us, that's for sure.
How far in are we?
We're 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, so like what Coach Jean just did there, right? If you feel a little bit off balance, try to see if you can save yourself a little bit. Try to see if you can save yourself just a bit here. All right, less than 20 seconds now. We're making our way through this beautifully here. Way to go. Coach Jean's at a perfect pace. And keeping her balance there. Oh, that was a close one. There we go. All right, 5 more seconds here. Again, you can keep that opposite foot down low if you need a little bit of assistance. And time. All right, rest for 15. I'm gonna go into the side lunge with the horizontal chest press on the left-hand side here, all right? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and let's go side lunge. And then go ahead and press horizontally out in front of you. Remember that weight is acting like the counterbalance, all right? So push your hips back as far as you can. Don't worry, you're not gonna roll back because that weight is there to keep you forward. As in Coach Nina is taking big steps here, keeping that right leg straight. She's really getting deep into the side lunge, which I absolutely love. So those quads and those glutes are definitely working here hard. And remember, we work in multiple planes of movement, right? We're not just forward and back. We can work diagonally, and right now Coach Nina is working laterally as well too. Okay, so it's not just front lunge, back lunge. Okay, you can also work those side lunges as well too. 15 seconds here on the clock. Keep that working. That's it. And just chip away. 1 rep at a time here for me. All right, last 5 seconds. And rest. All right, jog it out. Way to go. Set number 2 is done. Perfect job, everybody. Way to go. Set number 3, boot campers. This set, we're going to get through 3 different exercises. We're going to work a slightly wider stance here. We're going to get into our sumo stance. Sumo-like stance. feet just outside of the shoulder width, all right? Toes pointed out. And from there, Coach Jean is going to start off with a sumo squat, curl, and into a press. All right, second exercise, she's gonna stay in that sumo position. She's gonna get those weights up at the chest area, and she has her sumo good morning. So she's gonna pull those weights into the chest, hinge back, pushing those hips back. She can bend her knees slightly, the sumo good morning. And then last one, she's gonna stay down low in her Cossack squat position. And all she's gonna do, she's just gonna shift the hips from side to side. So notice how she never stands up. The quad burn is gonna be real on this one. Okay,
yeah.
So here we go. Let's start sumo squat to curl to press and go. We got a minute. Time starts now. And you don't need to rush these either. All right, take your time, sit deep into that sumo stance. Just focus on transitioning the weight from the legs to the arms, to the shoulders, and up above your head here. And the entire time you want to make sure you are holding that sumo-like stance. Right now, your feet don't have to be completely like out to the side, yeah, like that. They can be slightly kind of pointed in, anywhere about, maybe 45 degrees or slightly more than that. Okay? But again, just make sure you're also in a stance, in a sumo stance that you're most comfortable with. Okay? And sometimes that sumo stance just might be a little bit wider than what your squat is. Okay? It doesn't have to be as wide as what Coach Janine has here. Again, everyone's sumo stance is going to be just a tad bit different based on how you feel. Okay? 10 more seconds here. Nicely done. So getting those quads, the inner thighs as well too, and of course this adding in the upper body with the curl to press and rest. Okay, next one, the sumo good morning, which is going to be a little bit more hamstring focused. You can go ahead and pull those weights up towards the chest, or you can let them hang down, whichever one works best for you. Almost like a deadlift, right? And go. Hips go back, and she pops herself right up to the top. Now, think about it like this. This is more hip dominant. Coach Janine isn't just bending her back to bend her back to get down there. She keeps her back nice and flat. Her spinal erectors are engaged. Now the side view should show you guys a good view here. And then she sends those hips back, keeping a very soft bend in the knees. There you go. So treat it like almost like your stiff leg deadlift, or like your Romanian deadlift here. Right, 30 seconds, you're halfway through the round. Hips go back. Look at that, in perfect tabletop position. When Janine gets to the bottom, boom, her back is flat, tabletop position looks good, and she's pulling and holding those weights into her chest as best as possible. So even working the upper body and kind of the upper back area as well too. There we go, Janine, that's looking great right there. All right, 5 more seconds here, everybody. Nice and easy on those reps, and time. Okay, so the last one, you're gonna stay low and you're gonna shift your weight from side to side. And again, you can either hang the weights between the legs if that feels good for you, or you can get it up by the chest, whatever feels best, right? And you're gonna stay down that Cossack squat, stay low, shift from left to right, and go. 1 minute. There we go, so stay nice and low here. I wanna see that shift. There we go. And if anything, this is actually gonna be a great time for you to work the Cossack squat movement without keeping your hands on the floor here. Try to keep that chest up as best as you can. Focus on loading the quads, right? Load those quads, and it's just a nice lateral shift from left to right, okay? Beautiful work. Let's go 30 more seconds here. That's a Janine. There we go. I gotta try this one out too. This is a good, I think this one will make its debut in my slow burn next week, Monday for sure. Call it the Janine Special. What you know about the Janine Special, all right? 10 more seconds here, stay low. Again, you're gonna lengthen and lock out one leg while committing all your weight to the opposite side. 3, 2, and time. All right, move those feet back in. Great job, go ahead and jog it out. Here we go again, we have completed the body of the slow burn workout, and now we're gonna go ahead and finish off with some abs. Abs are gonna be a little bit different today, all right? So go ahead and take your weights, put them in both, take both weights and put them in your hand here on the right hand side, or if you have like a really heavy kettlebell or even like a single heavy dumbbell, that works just as good. We're gonna go into a suitcase carry march, all right? Now, this isn't necessarily directly working the abs here. It's more of like an indirect thing. You're going to be working on the balance, your hip flexors, but also the obliques. And we're going to do that on the right and the left side. And then you're going to get down to the floor for wood chops, all right? So we're gonna start with the right leg up, left knee down. Coach Jean's gonna come from the open side of the hip, and she's gonna work her way across, all right? We have 1 minute of each, no rest in between. We're just gonna blast through this straight. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's get started. Dumbbells on the right hand side here. And all you're gonna do is you're just gonna go ahead and march it nice and slow, all right? Now this is a great exercise because, right, the weight is offset. All right, it's not an even distribution from one side to the other. So, meaning, right, if there's more weight on one side, then the opposite side of the body has to work more to kind of compensate and keep yourself standing vertical, right? We don't want you sinking into the weights like that. We don't want you overcompensating and going the opposite way. We want you straight vertical. Just act as if the weights aren't even there. And more than likely, you're gonna feel those obliques working. To me, this is one of my favorite exercises right now. That I've been doing personally as well too, with the kettlebells or even heavy dumbbells as well too. And again, you ideally would like to go a little bit heavier, and that's why Coach Jean has doubled up the weights on her right hand. Right? If you have a heavier kettlebell or heavier dumbbell, it'd be the best time to take that and use that right now. All right, 3, 2, 1, immediate switch. Remember, no rest, and you're gonna continue. And here we go, right back into that march again. Drive those knees up. Take your time, go nice and slow here. There we go. So not only is it working the obliques here in the core, we're getting a little bit of balance work in as well too, right? So remember, the first set that we did was primarily balanced with the single leg deadlifts, right? And those single leg hold with the halos. We're kind of bringing it back a little bit here, full circle. Now going to incorporate a little bit more direct core work here, right? Less than 30 seconds, Janine. Great job. Keep that marching here. Now remember, you're immediately going to transition down to the floor to do your wood chops. So right leg will be up, left knee is going to be down. You're going to turn from the left side first, come to the top right hand corner of your body. Okay, we're going to do that in about 10 seconds. So just be ready to go. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So Janine drops the weight. Open side, okay, over the top of the leg. Again, she works from the corner, the left-hand corner, to the right-hand corner at the very top. Here we go. So again, kind of picture maybe like a picture frame, like a square picture frame around Coach Janine. She gets her dumbbell from the bottom left-hand corner to the top right-hand corner. And notice, I think the biggest thing here too is notice how she turns her shoulders with it, right? It's very easy just to use the arms, but keep your body facing forward. But yeah, like that. That's not gonna do you too much. That's just gonna work your shoulders, okay? But if you start to rotate and turn with it, that's where the abs are really gonna get worked here. Nice job. And just take your time. Turn slow. You don't have to turn too fast. There we go. All right, Coach Jean, you got 10 seconds here on the clock. Nicely done. And after this, you're just going to go ahead and switch to the opposite side. Do the same thing on the left-hand side. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Left-hand side now with the wood chops. Keeping a nice tight grip on those weights here. And we are working this to the very end. After this, we have a little bit of a treat for you guys. We got some stretch. We'll go ahead and stretch it out for the last couple of minutes for class here. Make sure you guys are getting ready to conquer your day today. All right. Approaching that halfway mark. Nicely done, Janine. And turn your shoulders, turn the torso with the weights. Like I was saying, right, we don't always work in one plane of motion. It's not just sit-ups and crunches and that, right? Front plane of motion. We also work diagonally. We rotate as well too. 15 seconds. So all that is combined here with that nice wood chop, all right? Last 10 seconds, Coach Janine. Great work. After this, you guys will go ahead, pop it up and jog it out. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, way to get through those abs, jog it out. We're gonna go ahead and stretch. I'll join you.
Nice. Oh, sure. Come in at the end.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
After all the hard work is done.
All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and stretch. Coach Dean, she has the floor, and she'll take you guys through it, all right?
Okay, guys. Down to the knees. Drop the hips down. Chest up. Turn the head to the left. Get that chin to the shoulder. And turn the head to the right. back to center. Push the hips back. Into child's pose. Stretch those arms all the way out in front. Open up those knees. Chest down to the mat. Reach the fingertips all the way out. Deep breaths in and out. I think that the abs is what killed my arms actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, the
left
wood chops?
Yeah, the wood chops. Walk the hands over to the left. Drop that right shoulder down. Yeah, more so than any of the other exercises. All right, guys, walk the hands over to the other side. Left on top of right. Drop that left shoulder to the mat. It's a good burn.
Yeah. Great job, everybody. Great job.
All right, hands back to the center. My favorite, rock on the elbows and then slide the knees out into frog. Open up the hips. And if you need to add in a little rock, you can rock it back and forth.
I don't know if I can get out of this position.
You can. The easiest way is just to like fall flat on your stomach.
I'm
But
scared.
we're not going there.
I'm stuck. Oh.
A little entertainment. All right, we're gonna come up into tabletop, so just inch the knees in, get back into that tabletop position, push the hips out to the left and to the right. And as you do that, just breathe in as you go over, and then exhale
Oh.
as
That
you
was my lower
sink
back.
into
Oh,
use your
okay.
lower back pop.
There's a pop.
Yeah, mine's always pops whenever I do this one.
This was actually really good.
Yeah. Good. Keep going right, left to right.
Do you keep your knees together, or like is there like a little bit of space?
There's a little bit of space.
Okay.
It's just more pushing the hips out as far as you can.
Got it.
All right, back up into neutral position. Now you're gonna take your left leg out to the side. Okay, so in this position, all you're gonna do is rock your butt back towards the heels, but don't sit down all the way. And then rock forward. So exhale as you rock the hips to the back. You should feel a stretch on the inner thigh. Exhale as you go back. Inhale when you come up. So the exhale should be longer, so you can hold that stretch there until you finish exhaling all the air out. Okay, so if that leg's starting to feel loose, take the elbows down to the mat and then slide the leg out. Level 1, level 2.
Yeah.
You didn't even try, Jaden.
Okay, well, I can. Kind of.
See?
That's not too. Oh, my foot's cramping. My leg's
Don't go down too far. And if you want, you can still add that rock in. But holding is perfectly fine at the end of the workout. All right, bring it in slowly, and then switch. Right leg up, and then rock it back. Good, paying attention to what side is tighter.
My left side.
Mine are my left too. And then when you're ready, take it down to the elbows, slide the leg out as far as you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Jaden looks pretty much as low as me.
Trying to get good.
All right, guys, bring it on in. All right, tabletop position, we're gonna do cat-cows. So cat, you're sucking your belly button in, you got side view here. Jaden, suck that belly button in, round out the shoulders. Exhale, drop the belly button to the floor. Good, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, we're gonna push up into down dog. Pedal out the heels, so press those heels to the mat. So when you're in down dog and pressing out the heels, try to angle the heels. Instead of just going straight back, angle it out to the side. And then angle it to the inside. That way you're getting different parts of that calf muscle. Good, now press both heels down to the mat and push back through the shoulders. So heels down, if you have to bend the knees instead of lifting the heels. Walk the hands back towards your feet, stay in that forward fold. Walk the hands over to the left. And walk the hands over to the right. Hands back to the center. Bend the knees slightly. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head part. Last one to come up. Holy cow.
Oh, you're jerking me.
Deep breath in. And exhale. One more. Deep breath in. And exhale.
Great work, everybody.
Awesome job, guys.
All right, happy Memorial Day, or whenever you've been doing this workout. Again, we had Coach Brent in the beginning, and we have Coach Jean here finishing off with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's put our hands in the middle. Here we go. We are
relentless.
We are
relentless.
You are
relentless.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day. See you
Bye,
later.
guys.